It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up next, it's a cross-conference showdown. It's the New York Giants and the Cleveland Browns on Sunday night.
Along the shores of Lake Erie, the Dog Pound already in full roar. We welcome you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. So good to have you on board with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen here in the booth. Greg, in this league, you know it, you lived it. Undergoing a changing of the guard at the quarterback position sometimes can be traumatic, but a lot of times it leads to hope. We've got a couple of teams here with young signal callers looking towards the future.
And you know the old saying, Mike, in the NFL, it is truer than ever. If you have a quarterback, you have a chance. And here we have two teams that feel like they have that quarterback position of the future settled. There's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be some moments where that youth rears its head. But over the long term, both these organizations feel like they have an answer at the most critical position in all of sports.
The veteran kicker, Dustin Hopkins, out to get things started. And off we go from Huntington Bank Field. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll run here with the rookie. Oh! 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
And I think this is something we're going to see a lot here tonight. The ability to use this run game to really set the tone coming out here for this offense.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And not much materializes there. He'll get this to the 35. Here's 2nd and 9. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
To Robinson, he's got it, and he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
A fair catch signal. And taken at about the 18-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team. But just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Mike, I have to be honest. When offenses come up with run play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
He'll drop to throw. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down and 8. They bring Judy in motion. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. Here now, 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. His second catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll stick with him again. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Back to throw. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Here's 2nd and 2. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. No chance at all. He'll go down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
They need to get it to the 27. This is third down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's to the open man. It's Tillman. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Cleveland.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll try the right side this time. He brings this to about the 26-yard line. That's Dexter Lawrence in for the tackle. Third and long. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up fourth down.
I don't care what defensive strategy you apply here on third and real long, Mike, but you have to tackle in space. They almost let this guy pick up enough after the catch to convert a third and real long. Fortunately for them, they brought him down just short. Brings up fourth down.
Hopkins' kick is good. And the Browns are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready to possess the football for the second time. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. He'll dodge one would-be tackler and wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play. So we are through 1 on Sunday Night Football. It's the Browns with the advantage. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Third and a yard. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Johnson. A gain there of 11. That's good for a Giants first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
They'll run with Tracy. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. On the give, it's Tracy. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game on.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
A carry here for Tracy. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. He'll look to throw. Now a loose football. The Browns have it. Inside the 30. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. And a mistake by the young quarterback, and this defense gobbles it up and takes it in for the score.
You know, Mike, unfortunately, this is sometimes just the reality of playing with a rookie quarterback behind center. You're going to get a lot of magic. You're going to get a lot of fun moments, but you're also going to get a little bit of this learning curve, understanding sometimes just it's better to live to play another day. Get the ball out of your hand. Don't take the hit. Don't take the sack. And definitely don't cough up the ball.
Dustin Hopkins now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Browns are out to a 10-0 lead. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Eric Gray to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Giants offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. That's going to be caught by Darius Slayton. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. Get this into the hands of neighbors. Now a 3rd and 2. Now it's Tracy looking to run. And he will have a Giants first down as they move the chains on 3rd down.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
Here's 1st and 10. Oh, wide open is Johnson. He's got it. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Now, faking the give. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play. And that's exactly what they did.
A run here with Tracy on 2nd down. And he is not going to get away. Might have got the yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Two minutes remain here in this first half. We'll have more from Cleveland after this. 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. They need to say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half, putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals, but in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Graham Gano now following the field goal. Back to kick this one away. DeAndre Carter on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. To the left side, he's got Njoku. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw yet again. He finds Judy on that one. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going right sideline and complete. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Give him 27, and it's 1st and goal. Now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break. Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal. Back to the air one more time. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Dustin Hopkins on now for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Browns going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we hit halftime here in Cleveland, and the Browns are in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Browns offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. The third quarter begins with a run. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. This throw left is complete with Judy. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Here's third down and a few inches. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And that is going to be good enough. He's got that first down. So conversion, and they move it to the 46-yard line. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. A gain there of 10 yards. It's a Browns first down.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
First down away to the 26-yard line. And here's third down. That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So on fourth down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez to punt for Cleveland. Amir Smith-Marset goes back to return it. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Giants offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on first down. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. On the ground, here's Tracy. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Giants sending out their punter as he's standing right around his own goal line. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Browns offense ready to get back to work. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's caught. Down the field is Tillman. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll look to throw. And this throw batted away and incomplete. Deontay Banks right there with the good coverage to knock it away.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll be taken down.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
Now it is 1st and goal. This one caught at the 4. He is in. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown, Brown. On the extra point. He's got it. And the Browns will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Gray gonna return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Giants offense ready to take over once more. The deficit is 17, so they gotta start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. They're fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum. Figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing now from the gun. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, he certainly didn't look like a rookie on that long completion, Mike. Not only his ability to scan the field and find his favorable matchup, but he was able to hit his downfield target in the perfect spot that led to that big gain.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throw left side, that's Johnson.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 2. In motion, it's Robinson. Here comes the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
13 yards. First down, Giants.
So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. Now they'll set up to throw. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be taken down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. He'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Another shot at it from the 9. Second down and goal. They'll look to throw again. To the goal line and in. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, Giants. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Giants are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Giants 10.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Browns offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
Right back to him on 1st down. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's 2nd down.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Open man, and that's Tillman. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Backs to the open man, it's Tillman. They get 16 on that connection. First down, Cleveland.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This pass caught by Judy. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back. I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on them or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and
7. They'll try to get this one on the ground.
The running back, again the ball carrier. Javon Holland on the tackle. A gain of 6 on the play. It's now 4th down and 1.
Dustin Hopkins on now for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Browns will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So Hopkins now, following the made field goal, back out to send it away. Gray gonna return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Now, a screen set up for Tracy. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Here's 3rd and 7. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a first down.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needed needs to be fast because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
They'll look to throw yet again. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
And here we go, 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a Giants first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
And he'll let it go deep for Johnson.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender. And you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. The dog pound, as usual, doing their part. This is 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws.
And he's going to go down. The pressure, once again, too much. And that should wrap this one up.
So here, as the quarterback, you can't take that sack. You have to understand it's 4th down. While you don't want to throw a pick, you've got to get this ball out of your hand and give one of your playmakers a chance to make a play for you and extend this drive on 4th down.
The Browns offense ready for this next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. This drive will start on the ground. And they'll take this down inside the 35. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. They'll stay on the ground. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. They'll stick with him again. The Giants going to call their third and final timeout. Talk things over before third down. Incomplete.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Browns will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So Hopkins now, following the made field goal, back out to send it away. Gray going to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pass pulled in by Tracy. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
That's to the sideline. He's got Neighbors. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Back to the air one more time. A throw on the move is caught. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
He's got his man. That's Slayton.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Getting hard to hear in here. The noise very loud from the crowd. 3rd and 3. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end.